Hey, what is up, guys? This is Bo, or Carl Hungus 712, and make sure if you haven't already hit that subscribe button. I do Madden content, I do Call of Duty content, and some other shooters like Battlefield and Rainbow Six from time to time. Basically, we're continuing on with the Minnesota Vikings franchise tonight. This will be the Week 5 matchup against the Seattle Seahawks. I just want to give another quick thank you to everybody out there who's given me a lot of love on these videos this year. Really appreciate it. I read all your comments all the time, so like, as I start off every video, how's your guys' franchise going? We've been pretty successful so far from week to week. And what teams are you guys playing as? Of course, for us Viking fans, this was one of the more heartbreaking losses in this year. Of course, for Minnesota, their season's been pretty rough thus far. They're only 1-4, so it's been a rough start to the year, anyways. But of course, Minnesota went for it on fourth and 4th and 1, 4th and inches. They don't convert, and then of course Russell Wilson takes Seattle down the field and scores last with about 15 seconds left, and they end up losing the game because of it. So us Viking fans have been through a lot of heartbreak over the years, but I think at this point we kind of all expect it. So it makes it a little easier to get over. Of course, my goal this game here is probably how most teams probably try to play Russell Wilson, try to keep him in the pocket, play strong coverage on the back end, and just try to control the game, basically. Lots of injuries on the team this year. Like I said, I can't wait until I can get some of our players back. Not only Delvin Cook, but Terrell Suggs I signed in the offseason here. He was a really dominant pass rusher the first couple of games that he played with us. And of course, Michael Pierce is out for COVID reasons, and it's just been a crazy year on not only in the actual NFL, but on this Madden franchise thus far too. There we go. So we're going to hold them to a field goal here. We'll see. Not quite sure on the wind conditions. I know it's a little wind out there. Ooh, and they missed it, so it ended up being a pretty successful drive for us to start here. Of course, some stuff around the league that happened from this last week. As we see down there, Dallas versus the Giants. That was not only just a good game, but kind of a sad game, for Dallas. Of course, they lose Dak for the year. He had a pretty gruesome injury there. Anybody watching the game, I was watching that one, because the Vikes didn't play until later, so that's unfortunate for them. I still think they can have a good year, though. They have Andy Dalton coming in, who's, Andy Dalton, I'd never say was like a great quarterback. His years out in Cincinnati, but he's a solid option. I think they can have a pretty good season. Like I said, that division's rough as it is, but I still think they're the undisputed best team in that division. So I think Dallas can probably still have a pretty strong year. Looks like we're getting some pressure here. So. I thought Thielen was going to break a little quicker than he did. I typically don't go for it on 4th down, but I think on this play here, just because we're kind of close, I've got a couple of plays that I really like on this scenario I'm going to go with. We're kind of in that it's too far for a field goal, but it's kind of too short for a punt. So... Good run by AP right there. Man, one thing I forgot to do is I forgot to adjust his number to... But so far he's been really good for us since picking him up in free agency. I'll have to show you guys the stats maybe in the next video or something, or maybe at the end of this one, so you can kind of see how everybody's playing in the league. And AP's actually leading the league in rushing, which I'm happy about because I've always been more of a pass-heavy player in Madden ever since I played it back on the Super Nintendo back in the day. So I'm always happy to see that when I'm able to do some stuff with the run game. Oh man, he dropped the ball too. Oop. Oh, damn. The fullback. Nice. I'm a little worried about Rudolph's injury there, though, because he's kind of one of my safety nets always. I always like going to Kyle Rudolph when we need a big catch, so I'm hoping he ends up being all right. But I'm glad we got out in front, you know, especially since we kicked first. So it's so we're kind of playing ahead right now, which is pretty good. Bruce Sternum out for the game. One thing I'm planning on doing in probably tomorrow, I'll upload a video for it. I'm hoping to begin basically another franchise with another team. I figured I'd probably take on the Jets, and then also maybe Washington, a couple of the lower tier teams in the NFL. Not knocking of those teams, of course, but you know, some teams that need some rebuilding, and I think that might be kind of fun to do. And I also might take over a team like Tampa Bay or somebody on the higher end, also just for fun, you know, to kind of see how that goes as well. I think the team I used to always take over back in the day on the older Maddens were the Cleveland Browns, because they struggled for so many years after coming back into the league. It was always kind of fun to do. You know, you got to draft a quarterback or trade for one. You got to build up the defense, build up the offense. It was always a lot of fun to do. Nice pressure there. Like I said, I've been real happy with the pass rush this year, considering all the injuries on Minnesota's line and having a kind of a lower tier defense. That Washington game this week, though, that was another fun one. I don't know if you guys got to see that, but it was so awesome to see. Of course, Alex Smith come back into the game. He's been gone for a couple of years now. You know, he had that real gruesome knee injury. I think they said he had like 20 surgeries or something like that. Might have been more than that. But he had a lot of surgeries on that knee to get it basically back to where it is. And just to be able to get back out on the field and play, you know, that's something. I always liked Alex Smith. You know, he was never an elite quarterback, but he was just always a solid quarterback. Smart, mobile. You know, just always made smart plays. Wasn't going to wow you with just pure talent, but just a solid quarterback, and you know, seemed like a pretty good guy too. Oh, a fumble? Are you kidding me? I don't even think anybody hit him. I think some guy just kind of bumped his arm a little bit on that one. Good play right there. Oh, nice interception there by old Harrison Smith. That was really helpful there. Basically, that completely eliminates the turnover on Peterson's part. So that's perfect. This is kind of a tricky little spot to be in here, too, down by the goal line. So I'm just looking to get this ball to my hand kind of quick. Pick up some... Ooh, Thielen dropped another one. We actually might be punting this one right back to him. At least I got rid of the ball. I didn't want to take a sack there, so. Even though we didn't score and didn't do much with that that chance right there, at least we punt the ball back to them and make them kind of not go the length of the field, but have a much more difficult time here scoring on us. Been happy so far with the run D, because we don't have the best defensive tackles here with Pierce being out, so I've been pretty happy with that so far. This might be a mistake, but I'm going to try bringing a little pressure on. And that was perfect there. Got him 3 and out. course, we saw also with Atlanta down there on the bottom of the screen. Of course, they parted ways with Dan Quinn, their coach from the last few years. I think that was a good move on their part. Atlanta's had a really talented roster for quite a few years, and I think they've underperformed quite a bit. I kind of think that year when they went to the Super Bowl and, you know, New England had that incredible comeback on them, I think that just kind of soured everything down in Atlanta, so I think this will be a good move for them. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Wow. I haven't held cover ball on that one. It's going to be a tough game, I think, here with all these. Good stop there. Let's see if we can hold them on third down again. That was a good stop there. Actually, if he would have handed the ball off to his running back, he had an easy first down there. There's a big hole right over the A gap there. So let's see here with this drive if we can get rid of the fumble bug here that I think we caught. How about that Kansas City Las Vegas game though? That was another good one this week that I was able to watch. You know, I've been real impressed with Oakland this year. I think like if they keep trending in the direction they're trending, I think they're going to be a pretty fun team to watch for the next few years. Of course, one of the problems they've had over the last few years, you know, is I think they've been trying to figure out, you know, is Carr going to be our, you know, franchise quarterback? Or are we going to have to go in a different direction? And this year he's looking pretty good. Last year, I mean, he put up some pretty good numbers. Nothing too crazy, but you know, he's kind of, I'm not going to say Alex Smith-like in a way, but kind of. You know, he doesn't take a lot of chances down the field. Pretty safe with the ball. And I think that's what they've been hoping for with Carr, anyways, is that he kind of develops more of a kind of a gunslinger mentality, you know, and kind of willing to go down the field or, you know, kind of risk some stuff every once in a while. I was going to say, I'm probably going to go for it here just because, again, we're too far, you know, we're too far for a field goal, but we're too close to punt it, so. I'm going to run double crosses here, basically, or double ends. And I accidentally hit the wrong button there. I was trying to throw it to the zero or the circle receiver there, and I accidentally hit the square button. Tight down. There you go. Check.
shift. Watch the shift. Hey, hey, watch the shift. Go, let's go. Hey, run it. I know you feel that. What? Right there. 54 Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Tempo. That's it, baby. We gon' work. Right, move the keys. Go 14. Check 55, Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Slam.
It's a pretty good run there again.
Check. Watch 54. Hey. Mike, easy. Yeah, baby. Hey, what? Green 80. Mike, 54.
There we go. There's the sack. We definitely needed that on that play. Kind of getting a little bit out of hand there. So. I was going to say, if we can hold these guys, and actually, because of that kind of glitch there, I hate that glitch on here when you're trying to set up a screen. This field goal is going to be a tough one for him. What about a 50 plus yarder here? Let's see which. What about a 53 yarder? Oh, almost blocked it. But it was short, so again, with another mistake on my part, we end up getting out of that one without too much damage. We can get down and at least kick a field goal and be up by a score here. Be up by a touchdown. I think that would really help out. Made a couple of bad reads so far, so I gotta clean that up a little bit. Actually, slants might be perfect here because it looks like I might be getting some pressure. That's one of the bad things with slant plays right there. That's one of the when you kind of get that middle of the field all congested like that, sometimes that'll happen. You know, you'll make the right read and you'll throw the ball, but you know, it ends up getting tipped at the line. So. There we go, hit Jefferson right over the middle. Oop, didn't want to clicking too fast there. It's okay. Man, Thielen's dropped like, I think that's the third or fourth pass he's dropped this game. That's crazy. Three drops, wow. Thielen's usually pretty good too on here, just like in real life, so. I'm trying to take a shot down the field if we can. And I'm gonna take the safe route there. play. I think I might have caught him off sides on that one. Nope.
You better be afraid of me. Here we go. Jahan, move, move. You can't block me. You can't block me.
That was a nice play there. Old BC Johnson right there. So this is going to be actually a pretty solid quarter, minus the couple of mistakes that I had there. Because unless Seattle can score here with about, I don't know, about 10 seconds, you know, we're going to go in halftime, what, up 10 or sorry, 11. Go into halftime up 11. I'll take that, and we're getting the ball back as well at half. So with all the mistakes we made in the first half, we're in a pretty good spot so far. Just in case, I'm going to drop some people back. All right, so we're going to go to halftime here, guys. Take a break for a second, and then we'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. We're back from halftime here. Like I said, I'm pretty happy for the most part, you know, with all the mistakes that I made on the offensive side of the ball here. You know, I think if I can clean some of this stuff up, I think we'll be all right. Hoping to maybe get the running game going a little bit, and then kind of work in that play action. You know, take some shots down the field, and I think we'll be in pretty good shape.
Watch the screen.
Hey, watch that, watch that.
Not quite sure why C.J. Ham went right on that. He would have went left and blocked that guy. That would have been a big gain.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. We got four.
Oh, I'm happy Jefferson caught that, because he kind of got hit when he was running that crossing route, which threw his timing off a little bit. That could have been pretty bad for me on that one. Let's try some play action here. Actually, I'm gonna send Thielen deep on this one. Oh, Jefferson with another drop. Wow. Our receivers are struggling today. It's one of the things that kind of sucks with Madden a little bit, is that, like, if you drop a ball or two, pretty much your receiver's kind of screwed for the rest of the game, unless you give them a lot of easy catches to kind of get them back on there. But their tendency will be to drop the ball a lot after that. So kind of rely on Irv Smith here with Rudolph being out for the rest of the match. Yeah, see, and Justin Jefferson, he's got that too now, where pretty much every time I hit him, he's dropping the ball. Kept him inside the 20 though, so good punt. We're gonna have a long field here.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Pretty good pressure there. What's kind of sad is I feel like we've done a really good job kind of neutralizing Russell Wilson on this one, but just some sloppy play on the offensive side of the ball has kept this one closer than it probably should be.
Check 55 to Mike. Coming. Let him know. Let's go. Check. Watch 54.
Try to bring a little pressure here, kind of fill the gaps if they run. Ooh. Nice. Finally, we get something going our way. Oh, if Bradbury could have held his block just a little longer, that was going to be a big gain right there. There we go. Now the running game's coming in a little bit here. Fortunately, with all the drops on the offensive side of the ball, probably going to have to really rely on Peterson here. I think that worries me is that one fumble he had earlier.
You can't block me. 50's the mic. Yeah. What we got? Hey, White, first. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the slant. We played to win. Let's go.
There we go. Jefferson finally held on to that one. There we go. That's just a nice play there. Basically, Irv Smith was uncovered because they were bringing pressure there, so that go route basically leaves him wide open. So that was a perfect call right there. Of course, at least I'm off to a 21-3 start here, so I'm ahead of where I need to be. But with Seattle, anything's possible. He's got to watch out, especially on Madden. It seems like just the game's never over on here, just because of some of the crazy shit that happens.
Check. Watch 54. Man out.
You hold on to that? That was a nice catch. Give him credit on that one. That was a really nice catch.
Check my That's gonna be a long day. That's gonna be a long day. Run, 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 run. Oh boy. Lady. I know you felt that one. Right there. 54, right there. Just me and you.
Ah,
Just me and you.
he stopped him. He just got just enough.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I'm actually surprised the computer's doing that down 21-3 to... I mean, of course you don't want to get away from your run too quickly, but I think I'd be trying to move the ball a little bit because you've got to, not only do you have to score, but you have to stop my team as well, so I think I'd be trying to put some points up as quickly as possible. We have done a pretty good job keeping Wilson from running around too much. Did I get him? Must have been a shoestring tackle there. I'm going to do safe man just in case. I don't want him calling a fake here. Yeah, that's good. Peterson's total runs for the year, 429 rushing yards, so he's doing a pretty good job so far. I'm glad to have him back in purple again. Averaging 6 yards a carry, so we really picked it up from the first half here. He said it'd be nice to take like four or so minutes off the clock, maybe 5, and kick a field goal or score in some way. That was a nice hole by the O-line there. How about San Francisco? Do I have any? I don't know if I have any San Francisco fans watching the videos, but kind of curious to see what your opinions are on old Jimmy G. I've always wondered, do San Francisco fans, are you a big fan of Garoppolo? Do you think he's kind of overpaid, overhyped? I haven't watched too much of him. Obviously, just the playoff game when they played Minnesota last year, and then of course the Super Bowl. But to me, I didn't find him being. To me, he didn't look like a franchise type of quarterback. He maybe more of a caretaker, game manager type of quarterback. But of course, he does throw some picks, so maybe not quite that. But I saw that they had to. I think he was having some injury issues still with his ankle or something. So I saw that one of my favorite quarterbacks, C.J. Beathard, of course from Iowa, my favorite college team, he got to come in and play a little bit. So that was kind of nice to see. Nice tackle. Yeah, that Buffalo-Tennessee game, that was kind of a crazy one tonight, too. I had league going on, so I got to watch some of that during the league tonight. And, you know, I expected more out of Buffalo. I know Tennessee's a really good team, obviously. And, of course, they're building off of last year's success. But, man, they really shut down Josh Allen and really went through the defense a lot easier than I expected, basically, from watching that game. So. It's going to be 4th and inches, isn't it? No, they gave me the first. Wow. I honestly didn't think I got the first on that one, so that was good.
Just like that. Just
But I think Tannehill looks to me he looks quite rejuvenated. I think that change of scenery really helped him kind of take the next step. I think PFF had him ranked as the highest rated quarterback last season, so, and he looked good tonight too. I think he had 3 touchdowns. Didn't have to do too much. I mean, they were in the lead by quite a bit, and then of course Derrick Henry, the stud that he is, he ran for a couple of touchdowns as well. So you know, he just kind of had to take care of the ball, and that was pretty much game. And Jacksonville down there too, I've been real impressed with as well. I know I think they've only won 1 game this year, but you know, considering all the players and pieces that they lost, you know, of course, you know, Jalen Ramsey, they lost him, arguably a top 2 or 3 corner in the league. Of course, he went to the Rams. I almost said St. Louis. You know, they lost Ngakoue to Minnesota. You know, they're going forward with, of course, Gardner Minshew. They lost Fournette. So, I mean, they've had a lot of moving pieces down there. And, you know, I like old Minshew. I don't know what it is about the guy, but he just seems to, he has that kind of winning mentality, that kind of moxie, that toughness. So, kind of excited to see kind of how they finish the year out, and you know, if they continue to struggle and maybe only have like 3 wins at the end of the season, do they move on with a new quarterback and coach? You know, what do they do? So I'm kind of curious to see, of course, down in Jacksonville, what they do after this year.
Check. Watch 54. And let's pin the mirror.
Typically, I never run toss plays, and it's for that reason there. It just seems to never seem to work out for me. But I figured, you know, what the hell, we give it a try. Yeah, it's just good defense there. Take the 3 and walk away. I think we milked like 8 minutes off the clock on that drive. So I am more than happy with that. That'll put the game out of reach here. Of course, the kicking game on here has been pretty good this year too. I think I'm perfect with Dan Bailey through the first 5 weeks. So I think what I'll do here is I'm going to drop back and just kind of play soft zone here for the rest of the game. Just kind of let them have the short stuff, come up, make the tackle, just let the clock run, and come away 5-0 here, start the season. Surprisingly, I think this was the easiest one I've had this season. I expected it to be the complete opposite, so I think I just happened to play these guys perfectly. Sometimes it's the more difficult teams that you tend to outplay on here. Much easier than you think.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Green ain't got the pass. Green ain't got. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Tell you right now, Olsen's been pretty good for him this game so far. Been finding those little soft spots in the zone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And here we go again. Here we go.
But like I said, even though they're picking up yardage here, it doesn't matter. So like I said, this is working out perfectly. One thing I found funny, if you guys are still watching at this point in the video, it's crazy to me to see fans in the stands on here, you know, because through these first 5 weeks, there's only been a couple of stadiums that have actually had fans in the stands so far. So, you know, it's good to see. Hopefully, you know, we get a vaccine out, a few things change, cases for the virus die down, and hopefully we're, you know, back to being able to fill stadiums again and go out in public and, you know, do things like we did. Really looking forward to that. It's been a crazy year with all the lockdowns and everything.
I'm coming for you.
I'm not quite sure how that was incomplete because the ball was laying on his chest, but hey, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Nice defense. If they actually use their timeouts here, they should get the ball back with, I don't know, about a minute left, so.
Me and you all day. All day.
Well, maybe they're not going to call it here, so. But again, if anybody's still watching the video here, you know, like I said, I really appreciate all the love on the videos and all the comments. Like I said, I enjoy when when I'm sitting at home doing something, and, you know, if I'm out and about at work doing something, you know, I see those comments pop up on my phone. So like I said, I'm happy that you guys are enjoying the videos. I enjoy making them. You know, I've been a huge Madden fan basically my whole life. I played it, you know, ever since the Super Nintendo, and basically through now currently, and I'm still playing it. So, you know, one thing I wish we could get back that I really miss is the 2K series. That was my favorite football series. I really loved NFL 2K. Also loved Quarterback Club back in the day. Of course, that doesn't exist anymore. Acclaim made that game, and of course, Acclaim is now they're now defunct. They also made my favorite baseball game back in the day, All-Star Baseball. So maybe do a throwback one of these days, you know, to some of those old video games, you know, if you guys are interested. So, but looks like here we're going to walk away 24-3. You know, we're 5-0. You know, it was a sloppy game, but I'm glad it ended the way it did. And like I said, surprisingly, I was able to shut down Russell Wilson a lot easier than I thought. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, make sure if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. If you liked it, you know, hit the like button. Let me know why. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. Let me know why. But yeah, like I said, thank you so much, guys, for watching the video, and we'll see you next video. Have a good one.